Christy Whitman with the Quantum Success Show, where you can get your information and inspiration to create your desires. And I am so honored today because I am with my personal coach, my personal depth mentor. I know you've heard me talk about her tons of times. Her name is Karen Lamarck Wilson, and I'm so excited to have her not only for today's episode, but for the next several episodes in a row, because she's got so much content, so much information, and I really want to share her with you, and so that you can really get the depth of her understanding and her knowledge. She's amazing. If I ever have an issue, or wanting more parenting advice or relationship advice, or even just more connection from a universal perspective, from my connection with God, Goddess, all that is, I go to Karen. So Karen, I'm so excited that you're here today, and I'm just really excited to introduce you to everybody, the family. And I would love to talk about today this wonderful process that you've introduced to me that I've really allowed in my own life. It's really given me retrospect, really helped me grow, really see my shadow points, and it's called JLM. So can you explain what JLM is?
Absolutely. JLM simply stands for just like me. And where that comes in handy, shortcut to connect the dots to helping yourself internally, not only get over a stuck point or a conflicting moment or a charged incident, is when we do get a big charge, when we see somebody doing something, hear somebody saying something that we don't agree with, or we feel a little offended by, or we have a critical thought about, comes like that. The way we can flip the energy of that is to just go, oh my gosh, recognize, just like me. And which means at some point in time, either right now or in the past that I haven't cleared out of my pain body, I have had the same perspective, I have perhaps said the same thing, I perhaps done the same thing, maybe it's cheating at cards a little, or expanding the truth and thinking nobody gets it. It can be little, it can be big. But when we sense that charge, JLM can flip the energy, plus give us insight, plus do some inner healing and let the moment, pass.
Absolutely. So I'd love to give an example, because this happened to me literally yesterday.
Oh,
Literally yesterday. So I use this all the time because I was at a Pure Barre class in Scottsdale, and I just felt tired and really listening to my body. It was like I wanted to go, but the last 5 minutes, I just didn't feel like doing the last 5 minutes. So I'm like, you know what, I'm going to honor myself and I'm going to go. So I got up very quietly, very respectfully, and I started to put the mat away and all that kind of stuff, and got my purse. And the teacher, as I was getting up, she kind of made some snarky remark about how important it is to stay till the end of class. And I was kind of like, she's kind of shaming me here. And then I picked up my stuff, and as I'm walking out, she grabbed me and she said, next time you need to let me know when you're going to leave class early, because you're disrupting the whole class. And I was just like, I was so appalled, because I'm like, I'm an adult, I'm paying for this class, I went into my whole, don't talk to me like that. And then later I thought, okay, what's hitting that button? Am I feeling criticized? What is it going on within me? Would that really, from her tone, from what she did, what's hooking me? And it's the condescending way that she spoke to me.
in front of other people.
Yes.
I saw that go on when you were talking.
Yes, hot button. So for me, I had to go, sometimes it's not so easy. Sometimes oh yeah, that's just like me. But other times it's like, shoot, that's so not me. I don't know how, whereas the JLM doesn't work in this scenario. But I had to go deeper. And I'm like, you know what? There has been times where in the past I have been condescending in front of other people to somebody else.
Well, and that's the lightness of this.
Yeah.
It's to be able to flip that energy. And we can call it a lot of things: understanding, patience. What's important is the flip.
Yes.
And when we get it, because as you know, the influence we have is really with ourselves. The growth we have is with ourselves, and then through us with and to other people. So we go there right away. And that's really kind of funny. Because we also call it going one up. Right?
Right.
So I love that you tell that story on yourself. It gets easier, doesn't it?
Yes.
Stories on ourselves?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. But, doing the JLM at first, it was hard.
Yeah.
Because one of the first experiences I had with it, I remember I was getting a massage in Montreal, and I was laying there, and Saturday is my time, it's Christy time, I'm not a mom, I'm not a wife, and I go and get my massage, and I'm in there, and it's about 20 minutes into my wonderful massage, and I hear a baby cry, a newborn baby cry. And I'm thinking, what? I'm trying to get away from my kids here. Not get away, but it's like, this is my time. I don't want to hear any babies cry. And you're in a spa. Like, who would bring a baby to a spa, So finally the baby had fallen asleep during that time. And then about 20, 30 minutes before the massage was over, the baby started crying again. And I was just like, appalled. And, talk to the manager of the spa, and why would you allow this woman to come in? And, it's our policy that we don't. And I'm like, well, so this person thinks that she's just above policies, when the next day I was supposed to go in for a colonoscopy, and let's just face it, I just got scared, I didn't want to go. So I canceled at the last minute, and they said, well, we're going to have to charge your card. And I was like, it's like, I was doing the same thing, just like me. I was expecting another company to change their policies just for me. And it was, as much as I couldn't, I was so judging this woman about bringing this baby into the spa that I couldn't see how I could ever, one up.
Yes.
How I could ever possibly do something so inconsiderate, until I went, oh my God, I did the same, just like me.
One of the clues that kind of helps us when we get a really offended, charged moment is if we hear ourselves say, I would never do that. I would never treat people that way. I would, and pretty soon that sentence gets shorter, and until it becomes very clear.
Yeah.
And another way of learning and teaching and sharing JLM, just like me, I was talking with my granddaughter. She was 7 at the time, and she was getting the idea, because it had been in school, a playground incident, and she would never, and I heard it, and I thought, so I let out my thoughts of, she's too young, this is too complicated, and we just talked, and she's thinking, and she's thinking, and she came up, so I'm sharing this too in case this happens more, or different people in a different way. She goes, oh, that's like when somebody shows up on the inside who you haven't talked to in a long time. And she says, and so I'm going to call that Sammy. Same as me. So Sammy may show up in your life. And if that's a different way of seeing it, it's kind of a young way. And I thought it was brilliant. So JLM, just like me, I would never.
Yes.
Oh, yes,
you would. Yes, Yes. So thank you so much. This has been awesome, and really encourage you to start looking at JLM or Sammy in your life, because it really does help. So whenever you're finding yourself getting that charge like Karen was talking about, really look within yourself and say, what am I judging in the other person? That actually is just like me, because it does. And in the minute I was even explaining that situation, I could feel the energy shifting, when I went and I started owning the JLM. So thank you so much for watching. And I want to tell you that Karen is the founder, she is the creator of the Energy Mastery for Advanced Coaching, which is a master certification program given through the QSCA. And I love that halfway through you changed the name to Energy Mastery for Advancing Consciousness, because anybody, and there's a bell in her studio, this is her healing studio, there's a bell that whenever there's something that's just so spot on, it just rings, so the bells are ringing. So thank you so much for watching, appreciate you being here and imparting your wisdom on me, and
I'm thrilled to be here. It's a lot of fun and hopefully helpful.
Thank you, Karen. And so leave us a comment, let me know what you're taking away from this information and how you're going to use JLM in your life. Thanks for watching.
I am the artist of my painting, I'm the driver of my car, I'm the director of my play, and baby, I'm the star cut.
Are you ready to have it all? When you pre-order your copy of The Art of Having It All today, not only will you get instant access to the digital ebook version that you can read right now, but you'll also get access to over 102 other celebrity interviews where they share their secrets on how they created a life of having it all. Click the link below to discover how you can start having it all right now.